What up, everybody? It's your boy Nomad Day. I'm here with one of my friends. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Happy walk.
Thank you. Okay, now it's pretty hot out here, as you can see, and it is time for me to do that beach walk that I told you guys about, that I would eventually do, because I'm a man of my word. Let me let you guys see how crazy this traffic is right here. We have to cross that. It's magical, right? Yeah, so what I typically do is I wait for a break when everybody's slowing down. Like now, but you can see there's still some people on their motorcycles driving with their phone in their hand. So now we're gonna do it. Remember how the other video I said you always keep eye contact with whichever way you're coming. I'm watching these drivers, I'm looking at them, and now I'm switching over to the other side, and I'm looking at them. Make sure they see me as I prepare to cross. We don't want any unfortunate incidents, and just like that, I'm across. Now, I can't say that you get used to that, because I never do. Every time I do it, it's eye-opening experience for the most part. But let me show you guys how all this looks. So this area where I am is pretty central to everything. I did a similar walk like this before, but the other walk was at a different time of the day when it weren't as many people out, and I promised I would do a different one to actually let you guys see how busy it becomes. So there will be portions of this walk to where I will go silent, just so you guys can take in the ambience of the location. For those of you who are planning to visit. It should get more busy around 4 p.m. I don't plan to be walking that long. It is currently 2:13 p.m. And you can see what it's like. What I find crazy is how hot it is today specifically. It is 91 degrees at the moment. It's expected to rain a little later, but I don't see any clouds, so we'll see how that turns out. And if you guys don't believe it's 91 degrees, I'll let you look at me again. I literally just stepped outside probably 2 minutes ago, and you can see how I'm sweating. It's really hot out here. So as you can see, the generators are running in most areas right now. The reason being is they're having a power outage at the moment. At this moment, I don't know how often this happens. I just know it's happening now. So some things to know when you are dealing with power outages in a location like this or somewhere like the Philippines is make sure you try and eat as much food as you can of your frozen food because it is going to spoil sitting in the heat depending on how long that outage is, and also be aware of the food that you get from the vendors, which should be chilled and isn't because it's been exposed to the elements all day because of lack of freezing. The last thing you want to do is get a sour belly in these conditions. However, I will say the water is working just fine. Turn you guys around so you can see where we just came from. I have noticed during the hotter times of the day, the locals do wear long sleeve, long pants. And I saw them do this as well in Kuwait. And my take is to keep the sun off their skin when they're going to be out in the elements for extended periods of time. And this allows them to come out every day and stay out from 8 to 5 doing whatever it is they do without issue. So it is June right now, so you guys can see how it is here at this time of the year. So you see how this is right now? I'm assuming not many people are out because of the heat and having the lack of a place to cool off. But in probably 2 hours or so, this thing is going to be flooded here with people. It's your billboard for event, so if you want to check that out, see the barcode there. I'll pause for you to check it out. Feel free to pause at any moment in this video. I got requests to just talk about whether or not people have dogs here, and they do, as you just saw. I may do a video on that later, just for those of you who are interested in that. So a lot of people like to stay inside here when it's at the hottest time of the day with the heat, but I'm used to being in Kuwait, so it doesn't bother me as much. And besides, I like getting out and burning the calories when I do these walks, as well as it's always something new. So here in Vietnam, as well as in Thailand, everyone's riding these mopeds. And you can rent them for very cheap. I don't have one because I suck at that. and I just get Grabs to take me around. But who knows? Eventually that could change. But as of now, I just enjoy walking everywhere. And we are walking up on the Kalakala Beach Club. This is a very popular area here. A very popular area. So what you'll find along this trip is you have a lot of restaurants like this, or just typical expat aimed restaurants, because this is the height of the tourist area. We are coming up on the next club spot. This one just got built, and I want to say it just opened last week. And as you can see, this is pretty nice. And again, it is an afternoon and they're already preparing for everything happening tonight. And again, it's Tuesday. This is a Tuesday here. It's just a lot going on. What I've noticed about this location is there's always a lot going on. And this is during a power outage. And they still got the music playing. Of course, you see the generators going everywhere over here. But yeah, nothing stops, even during a power outage. I will say this is one of the nicer beaches that I've been to throughout my travels in the world. It's just pretty, especially in the morning. Maybe I'll do a sunrise walk on the beach for you guys to see what I mean and how the water looks. But it's pretty serene. So I was surprised when I first got here to see that this area reminded me so much of Miami Beach. I had the double take and I just went exploring around, and yeah, this whole area just surprised me. Let me show you guys this building over here. Again, this area is very expat heavy. And sometimes when you come here, you see they have the booth set up for people who are getting married on the beach. This is the type of place that you can just sit at and just relax all day, honestly. As far as my routine, this has become a daily part of it. Hitting the beach walk, getting my steps in. Because the last thing you want to do is get out of shape here and not be able to walk around. Staying in shape is pretty essential to the type of vlogging that I do. Exploring new areas. And sometimes they include new areas without people around. So just always have to be safe. This place here is very popular at night. Actually, you know what? Throughout all the day, it's very popular. This is where all the expats go. Clubs, bars, restaurants, you name it. Everything you need is down that street. Will I ever surf? Probably not. And I say that looking at the surf sign back there, because first you gotta, learn how to swim, and I haven't got there yet. Yeah, I know. I'll work on that. So to be honest, on a lot of these walks, I just come here. I walk to a specific spot, and I just lay down and take a nap along the beach and think. It's good to shut off the world sometimes, especially when you come from a busy background like I do in the military. But yeah, let me know if you like these boardwalk along the beach type videos, and I do more of them. But in my book, you just can't go wrong with a beach walk or walking near the beach. It's just something that everybody loves. I really want to give you guys the time to take in the ambience of the location so that you can see, apart from the traffic, it is fairly quiet. And the generators, of course, because of the blackout. That's the menu. Now keep in mind, since this is a tourist heavy area, the prices will be higher here than in the rest of the area. And as you can see, they ride motorcycles everywhere here. I will say there is a very strong surf culture here for those of you into that. And they do actually have a surf school. And I think that was it we passed earlier. For any of you who are interested and just don't know how to get into it yet. This part of the beach is called Babien. In my eye. This spot is called the Pasta House. And I can hear there seems to be something going on up ahead. So we'll check that out as we get to it. And this place is called Paradise. Okay, they have some sort of dance thing up here. Hello, everyone's waving at us. Yeah, like I said here, people are very friendly. They are having fun. It is. Oh, hello. Hi. Yeah, so for the most part, the weather here is very relaxing. And as you can see, the locals are very inviting. Some of them watch this channel, which is really cool. Okay, let me show you guys some of the activities that they do here. Can you see it back there in the distance with the jet skiing? So right next to it, there's a parachute on the ground, if you can see behind it. I'll see if I can zoom in a bit. And they do a lot of parasailing here, if that's what it's called. I'm assuming none are running now at the moment just because of how hot it is. Not too many people are out. Except for people like me, the crazy ones. Some sculptures they have. Okay. I like the layout of this little spot here. It's closed at the moment, but I've never eaten here. Should probably try it. You got your landscaping. And we are coming up to a spot that I typically walk to and I just chill and relax. It is here. Sometimes I sit here, sometimes I sit here. And just take in the scenery. And when people are around, watch them get taken up in the air by the boat and the parachutes. But this whole area is very crowded at different times of the day. So again, there's a lot to do here. There's a lot of places to sit. There's a lot of scenery. And for the most part, everybody's pretty cool. So there's no problem. But yeah, if you guys like walks like this, let me know. And I will do more. Turn this around so you guys can see me. Yes, I'm Nomad Day, and I do specialty travel vlogs. I go to random places. I go to places that are visited, places that aren't visited, but I really like going off the beaten path and exploring new places. I don't like cutting my footage because I want you to see the location in its actuality. I want you to see it in its totality, and you get to see the good, you get to see the bad. Like in these videos, you get to see the beach, you get to see the traffic near the beach, you get to see the yard work or the trash on the ground, that kind of deal. But either way, all these videos are designed to do is to help you become better in your planning as you come to areas like these or any other area that I decide to log in, or whatever area that you guys think that I should vlog in. But either way, it was nice talking to you guys, and I will see you guys again on the next walk. And if you ain't subscribed, get subscribed. We're going to some cool places this time. Some really cool places. I'm gonna surprise y'all.